This is Modern Love, Messy Truths, a modern dating anthology. Episode 4. The Date That Almost Wasn't. In this episode, we explore that vulnerable, funny, and awkward space where online connection becomes real-life encounter, the ominous chaos of a first date, that magical, nerve-wracking moment when digital chemistry tries to become something real. Because in online dating, texting is easy, but sitting across from someone, searching for a spark over small talk and shared appetizers? That's where things get real. You've swiped, you've chatted, maybe even exchanged memes that felt promising. But now, it's time to show up. Heart open. Hopes quietly humming beneath the surface. So, what happens when expectation and reality meet face to face? When someone perfect online starts to feel just a little off? You're listening to The Date That Almost Wasn't, written by Iona Nightjar, a production of a Nightjar Story Vault. Alright, picture this. Scene 1, the moment before the moment. It's that strange cocktail of anticipation and dread. The moment just before a first date, where excitement, nerves, and a whisper of "what am I even doing?" swirl together. You've matched. You've messaged until your thumbs were sore. Now you're standing outside a restaurant, heart tap dancing in your chest, wondering if this night could be the story, or just another tale for group chat therapy. You know that moment. The one just before something begins. When the world slows down. When possibility whizzes through the air like static. That's exactly where Lily found herself. Outside a little restaurant tucked between city lights and quiet traffic, her fingers fidgeting with her phone. She'd imagined this night a dozen different ways. And now that it was here, none of it felt real. She was about to meet someone who already knew her dog's name, her weekend coffee order, her favorite playlist. But not her. Not really. That's the paradox of modern dating. You can know everything and nothing about someone, all at once. And tonight, Lily was about to meet Ethan. Scene 3. The waiting game, a message that matters. Lily stared at her phone. Again. Still no message. Was he late? Was she early? And then, buzz. A little vibration, a little bubble of hope. Hey. Looking forward to tonight. See you soon? Smiling face. Lily exhaled. Smiled. Then typed back something breezy. Excited. See you soon. And just like that, her nerves softened into anticipation. Scene 4. The meeting. First impressions. He arrived minutes later. And, oh, he was even better in person. Casual jacket, clean sneakers, and a smile like he'd been preparing it just for this moment. Lily smiled back and waved, a little too eagerly. He chuckled and said, "Hi. Wow, you look even more amazing than your photos." She tried not to blush. "Thanks. You don't look half bad yourself." And for a second, everything clicked. He pulled out her chair, like he'd seen it done in some black and white film. It was simple. It was sweet. It was nice. Scene 5. The table and the tension. The restaurant was warm and cozy, with string lights above and soft music in the background. They talked. Laughed. Conversations meandered through safe topics: work, favorite books, travel, dogs, dating app horror stories. He was charming. Quick. Thoughtful in a way that didn't feel performative. And yet, underneath it all, Lily felt something tight. Like she was waiting for the thread to snap. Scene 6. The spill. It happened mid-laugh. Ethan's elbow knocked into his water glass, and the entire thing tipped over, spilling across the table, and straight into Lily's lap. He froze, eyes wide. "Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to." But Lily blinked, and laughed. Because honestly, what else could she do? "It's fine. You're not the first person to spill a drink on me." Ethan grabbed napkins, still apologizing, but she was already waving it off. And just like that, the ice was truly broken. Scene 7. The guitar reveal. Later, when the waiter stopped by to mention the live band setting up in the corner, Lily's ears perked up. "You into music?" she asked. "Live bands." Ethan nodded, almost shyly. Yeah, actually. I play guitar. Not in a band or anything, but it's kind of my thing. Her eyebrows lifted. This was new. A twist. But then, he laughed, a little sheepish. Well, I've never actually played one. I just really like the idea of it. Lily froze, just for a beat. Wait, what? Hadn't he just said it was his thing? And suddenly, the picture of Ethan, the guy with the perfect blend of humble and interesting, started to blur. Scene 8. The Doubt. From that moment on, the spell unraveled just slightly. Not in a dramatic way, but enough for Lily to wonder. Who was Ethan, really? Was he the guy he seemed to be? Or just really good at building a version of himself that people liked? And more importantly, was she doing the same? Scene 9. The Digital Mask. That's the strange truth of dating today. We build versions of ourselves, in bias, pictures, carefully worded replies. Not lies, exactly, but filters, edits, soft lighting. We're all performers, just trying to win the part of someone worth loving. So what happens when the real self shows up? When the mask slips, even just a little, are we brave enough to stay? Scene 10. The Goodbye. As the evening wound down, they stepped out into the night air. And just before parting ways, Ethan turned and said, "You know, I don't usually do dates like this. This is a bit out of my comfort zone." Lily paused. The way he said it, too rehearsed. Like something he'd said before. Her instincts flared again. Was it real? Or was it just another polished line in a long line of performances? Scene 11. The Lingering Thought. She walked away with her heart not fluttering, but racing. Because the question wasn't did I like him? The real question was, did I even meet him? Moving forward. So, was it a failure? Not really. Because sometimes, you don't go on a date to find the one. Sometimes, you go to find yourself, in the way you laugh, the way you forgive, the way you feel when someone's story doesn't quite line up with their eyes. Dating is messy, awkward, a little hilarious. And that's what makes it beautiful. This episode was written by Iona Nightjar and brought to you by a Nightjar Story Vault. If this story made you smile, cringe, or whisper, oof, same. Tap that like, subscribe, and ring the bell, so you don't miss what happens next on Modern Love, Messy Truths. Got a date that didn't go as planned? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep your heart open, your expectations grounded, and your phone charged.